CEOs, what's up? It's your boy CEO. Obviously, I'm back with another video, and it's that time of the week, so let's get into it. What I'm thankful for. Being able to live life as is, I'm thankful that I can appreciate life at any given moment. Whether it's stepping outside to get some fresh air and or taking in the scenic surroundings while driving, I'm grateful I stopped living on my phone and in doing so chose to remain present. I'm grateful that I can choose to consume what's in front of me, aka my environment, than to allow my phone that revolves around a digital screen consume me and my time. Being able to take in life as is has allowed me to appreciate and recognize the simplest things in life that I once really never did, due to the amount of time that I had spent on my phone before, let alone the time I had spent living in my head. Life is beautiful through our own perception in real time. Reality is what you do next. With that being said, I like to just say this, as I reflected today, to myself, I recognized that the amount of time that I spend on my phone nowadays versus even in the past 2 years, it's dropped significantly. And I think that in itself, I'm pretty proud of myself. I just like to put that out there just for the fact that, I never really gave it that much thought. I wasn't conscious of how much time I would spend on my phone. Sometimes I've realized that it's really easy to lose track of time when you're on your phone. Certain apps can just have you just locked into it for a while. Have you ever used your phone in the bathroom and you spend a bit more time in the bathroom, not because you have to use the bathroom, but because you were on your phone while you're using the bathroom type thing? Even nowadays, I don't even like bringing my phone in the bathroom just because of that. I'm trying to, you know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to have a dead leg. You feel me? I'm just literally trying to just use the bathroom for the bathroom and be out and about. So it's just those little things. I've naturally gotten tired of using my phone. I don't even be messaging people like that nowadays. And that's not because I don't want to message people. It's because I just rather have that real life connection. Before a phone, we didn't have this type of way of being able to just easily be in each other's business, let alone just text all day. You feel me? So it's now I've kind of just been you know what? I still don't care that we can still do all that. I'd rather, take in everything that's around me, live in my day. I can appreciate life at any given moment. I feel like I wasn't able to really pick up on the littlest things back then, whether it's how the weather felt on my skin, the sun. Today it was mad sunny and it felt so good on my skin. But before, I wouldn't even notice things like that because I'm on these apps, I'm just distracted. And so I'm just proud of the fact that at this point, I'm kind of consciously, but really dead ass, protecting myself from I don't want to, how much stress, how much anxiety just being on these apps can produce on its own. Sometimes people don't even recognize how much a phone can affect you mentally until you take a break from it. You take a break from these apps. Also, I feel like life in itself is way more pure than what it is behind a digital screen. I feel like you can find more toxic things. I feel like the toxic things on the internet find you way faster than toxic things do in real life, if that makes sense too. So it's I'm just trying to avoid all that. I don't want that. I want my energy to be right at all times. And I feel like the phone back then used to be a factor in terms of why I felt anxious. Also, I mean, I had school, and I've said this before, in school, you never have time to really figure out your own self. You're figuring out these assignments, projects, and exams, and the last thing you want to do afterwards is just relax. Just, you know what I'm saying, have a peace of mind. And so, my phone used to be my escape for that in a sense, but in reality it was just affecting me even more. But I've caught on to that now. And that's crazy because it's almost been a full year since I've had school. I'm done with school finally. And, I've actually been able to live daily, within the present, on a daily basis. I've been able to be conscious of how I feel and be able to work on how I feel and just figure out myself more. like understand what makes me feel good and what doesn't make me feel good, if that makes sense. So I feel like it's just pretty dope that you can like appreciate life at any given moment. It doesn't matter whether it's sunny, whether it's daylight, or it's the evening. You can appreciate it as is, which is pretty dope. So I'm pretty proud of the fact that I've just gotten better in terms of just using my phone. Like, what was it, like 8 months ago or something like that? It started, my phone started giving me this. Actually, honestly, not even 8 months, but like just over the past year or so, my phone just started giving me the notifications like weekly, like, hey, you've been using your phone less and less every week. And it became like a game for me at one point, where it's just like I'm just trying to get it even least, like to the least as possible. And in doing so, I picked up on like certain apps that I used, and I figure out, okay, what am I even doing on these apps? And if it's not productive, if it's not something that's really benefiting me, I'm gonna just refrain from using them. So yeah, it's cool. Like when you live in real life, you pick up on what you do. You know what I'm saying? A lot of the times, if you're just living behind this screen, you don't know what exactly you're doing. Like you don't pick up on things, the littlest things. And those little things really, they matter. Like on some real shit, they do matter. So I appreciate that. And then also it's just like, having this time to myself, um, I'm less and less as the days go by, like in my head. I don't be living in my head as much. And I'm really happy about that, because that was one thing that I used to like. I don't know, it had to be something that like, every day I would like, whether it's a feeling that comes up and how it made me feel, I would have to like overcome that feeling. And it's just like nowadays, like me living in real time, just like absorbing and just acknowledging, okay, what's real and what's not. Like, it's just the littlest things, bro, on some real shit. Like, I love what I said in my last part of my spiel, my reflection. Like, life is beautiful. What I really want to say is life is really beautiful through your own perception in real time, like with your eyes, not behind, like looking behind the screen, like literally in real life, like what's really in front of you. Like, just, I don't know, as is, things have gotten more vibrant, things have been more natural, when I'm not looking at this screen, let alone just living in my head. So I appreciated the fact that things have gotten better for me in that sense. So I felt like sharing that with you. Yeah, you. All right. Anyways, look, I have these two screenshots that I feel like go best to what I had to reflect with you, what I had to share with you. Yeah, you. All right, so let's get into it. The first one says this: your diet is not only what you eat, it's what you watch, what you listen to, what you read, the people you hang around. Be mindful of the things you are putting into your body emotionally, physically, and spiritually. I'm gonna say that one more time. Your diet is not only what you eat, it's what you watch, what you listen to, what you read, the people you hang around. Be mindful of the things you are putting into your body emotionally, physically, and spiritually. And last but not least, the last one, the second one says this: life is not meant to live in one area. I'm gonna say that one more time. Life is not meant to live in one area. With that being said, yeah, life is not meant to just live in your head 24/7, let alone live behind a digital screen, like live behind and scrolling on this phone just 24/7. Just it's not worth it. So me personally, I made it a point where, I don't want to allow this phone to consume my time. I'd rather, choose and pick and choose really when I want to use my phone, and, make sure it's something that is productive, because you can only do so much on a phone. And honestly, the amount of things that you can do to better yourself on a phone, you got to like realize what that is, and actually take charge. You know what I'm saying? Because, bro, if you just stay on Snapchat or whatever these apps, like, and it's not even, I don't know. I don't know how to really just speak on that. It's just, I just want to say, like, they glorify these apps, like these platforms, but, mentally, a lot of people at a young age live behind their phones. They live on their phones. And life, especially at a young age, I feel like is way better if you can appreciate things that are real, you know what I'm saying, that are actually pure. And the phone, the internet, I feel like a lot of the times it's hard to find what's real. Like I feel like it's like how they push out things on the algorithm or what it is. They like to push out things that are, not as pure, something that's toxic or just BS, something that can really waste your time. And you have to be conscious. You have to be like, you know, in that mode, like you have to be present with yourself to catch that. Or if you don't, then again, it's just very easy to lose track of time on these devices. So that's what I've recognized. So, beware, you know what I'm saying? Um, Again, yeah, that's pretty much it that I reflected on, that I wanted to share with you. Yeah, you all right. As we've, have had this discussion multiple times now, okay? This is not just a video where I reflect and it's just about what I reflected. It's about what you reflected as well. So comment down below. At this point, you've definitely gotten to the point where you're reflecting with me, and you know you either have it figured out whether you reflect before my video or you reflect afterwards. But nonetheless, comment down below anything that like you wanted to add or you felt like sharing in regards to what I had to share, what I had to reflect with you. Comment down below. Nonetheless, I'm gonna catch y'all tomorrow. For this quote is meant for you, because it's meant for you. And with that being said, I love y'all. I'm gonna catch y'all tomorrow. Have a blessed evening. Well, at least for me, it's an evening when I'm making this. But at any point of the day that you're watching this, I hope that you have a blessed day, a productive day, to say the least. With that being said, it's your boy CEO Habesha. Catch y'all tomorrow. I love y'all. Peace.